Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Overpowered MC. Imagine being so overpowered that you can literally destroy the entire world, yet you choose to keep yourself calm and not overwhelm the poor enemies just for the sake of the plot. That's the case 99% of the time with these anime. Before starting this list, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any future uploads. Grab your popcorn and stick to the end of the video because these characters will surprise you. At number 10, we have the daily life of the Immortal King. It is the perfect example of being overpowered but still holding back all the time. Wang Ling is the reincarnation of the infamous Immortal Emperor, and he's so strong that his own powers are out of his control. I mean, being able to catapult an enemy all the way to Saturn while simultaneously destroying a meteor, that's something only Wang Ling can do. He's so overpowered that just at the age of 6, he destroys the Demon King, but at the age of 16, he faces his biggest battle yet: high school. From there on, Wang has to hold his powers back even in the smallest things like the gym and just wants to have a normal life. I mean, who wouldn't, right? But normal life is not so normal when he accidentally shows everyone his powers while destroying a huge mountain while trying to swat a fly. Too overpowered for his own good? Certainly. Coming up at number 9, we have Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. Misumi Makoto is reincarnated into another world just to find the most beautiful and stunning goddess uninterested in him. Our boy felt so ugly that he decided to permanently put a mask on his face, or maybe to hide his overwhelming strength that turned a literal dragon and the strongest spider into his companions, and a lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the series, Makoto is so overpowered that he ultimately builds his own kingdom, but the people around him aren't convinced and often test his abilities, which he always passes. No surprises there, huh? However, in reality, he's so overpowered that his magical and physical abilities can send people flying out of this reincarnated world into the deepest depths of hell. Unbelievable. At number 8, we have a cautious hero. Ryuguin Seiya is chosen by the goddess Restart to battle some of the most vicious demons, but Seiya, much like most MCs on our list, is cautious. Probably the most cautious of them all. He's so overpowered that he can literally rewind time by dying, granting him infinite retires. Sounds like a video game, doesn't it? But the thing about Seiya is that he's considered to be a level 1 in the otherworld because throughout his adventures, he uses only a tiny fraction of his powers, making everyone think he's weak. But in reality though, Seiya is so overpowered that even the demonic world isn't ready for him. Coming up at number 7 is the Eminence in Shadow. Sid Kageno takes the being overpowered but pretending to be weak to a whole nother level. In his secret training, he's mastered every martial art there is. But once he's reincarnated into a world of magic and swords, he has to hide his powers while leading a secret organization called Shadow Garden. But Sid's coping mechanism and the way to hide his true powers is truly excellent. Well, he just faints. Whenever Sid has to reveal his true powers, he pretends to faint or overreact so people won't know he's got the power of a god. At number 6, we have the devil is a part-timer. These names are getting so out of hand lately. In this anime, the Lord Satan himself, Sadao Mao, has to leave his world and live in the human world serving at McDonald's. Pretty interesting, right? But in reality, he has super strength including mastery over ice and fire magic. While he loves living in this world alone with his companions, demons from the otherworld often come to test his abilities, and he always pretends to be so weak they won't bother him working in a restaurant and eating to his heart's content. On number 5, we have a special one, Solo Leveling. Anime with rankings is always interesting, and in Solo Leveling, Sung Jinwoo, who is supposedly an E-rank hunter, has to walk on the face of the earth just to suppress his overwhelming abilities. After being granted the power called System, he became strong. Stronger than all the other hunters in the world. He could do anything. We can even call Sung Jinwoo the One-Punch Man of the hunter world. But at the end of the day, he pretends to be weak just to hide his true powers and find a cure for his mother, who has been on the hospital bed for God knows how long. Being overpowered does not mean you have to be physically strong. we have some overwhelmingly intelligent anime characters out there. So, at number 4, we have Classroom of the Elite. Iono Koji Kiyotaka is so intelligent he could run the entire school board in his sleep. His intelligence is way beyond comprehension and he manipulates people like it's a day job. However, even with these abilities, he always chooses to be mediocre and get a B+ grade. I guess you come to a point where even success is boring, and the same is the case with Kiyotaka. At number 3, we have the disastrous life of Saiki K. Imagine being perfect. Well, Kusuo Saiki is just that. Telepathy? Check. Psychokinesis? You bet. X-ray vision? Don't even sweat it. He's got it all. But the issue at hand? Well, Saiki wants a normal life with no one bothering him whatsoever. From teleporting across continents to swapping people's bodies, he's like a god. But he loves not to show his powers, which was seen when he flicked a meteor away and made it seem like a rogue bird saved everyone. Now let's talk about the number 2 anime, which is The Demon Spirit Seed Manual. Ding Yuan, who loves the world of otaku, is suddenly transferred into a fantasy magical world without any purpose. And while he thought he would get all the girls and powers in this world, he failed the entrance exam. While everyone thought Yuan was the weakest in this world, after activating a mythical seed, he gains the power of a demon that is so overwhelming that he has to hide his powers all the time. Finally, at number 1, we have Gintama, the silver-haired slacker samurai who could rule the world but pretends to be a lazy bum. He could cut buildings, destroy aliens, and become the god of the so-called samurai world. But in reality, he just hides his powers, especially from the enemies. The funniest part? Well, his friends know he's strong enough to kill even the most intimidating foes, but they just remain silent. I guess everyone wants to have fun in this goofy world. Which is exactly why I absolutely adore this anime. The whole theme of anime where the main character is overpowered but still pretends to be weak has become a trend lately, especially in the isekai world. But where the fun is when these characters are pushed to the edge and then they reveal their special powers. The result? Badass battles, intense action, and satisfying scenes. So if you're looking for more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to Anime First, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Until next time, peace out.